How many times have you watched a movie and thought, kissing a hot celeb on set must be living the dream? Plot twist? It's more like a mouthful of nightmare. Picture this, you're trying to smolder while 40 crew members stare at you, a camera lens is practically pressed against your forehead, and there's a boom mic hovering above like a judgmental vulture. Oh, and your co-star's breath? Nearly a biohazard. Turns out, even Hollywood A-listers have kissing horror stories, and once you hear them, those steamy movie moments might never hit the same again. Jennifer Lawrence and Liam Hemsworth. Everyone loves J-Law, right? America's sarcastic sweetheart. But Liam Hemsworth might need therapy just thinking about kissing her. Why? Because before their Hunger Games smooches, she'd eat garlic and tuna like it was part of her skincare routine. Hemsworth called it awful. Lawrence didn't even deny it. She cackled and said she did it on purpose, adding, "If it were Bradley Cooper or Christian Bale, I'd brush my teeth. Sorry, Liam, you didn't make the mint list." And this isn't a new Hollywood issue. Vivian Leigh once claimed Clark Gable's dentures reeked on the set of Gone with the Wind. So yeah, even old-school heartthrobs had toxic breath. Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. They gave us the iconic Titanic kiss, but years later, in Revolutionary Road, Kate and Leo had to lock lips again, this time with her real-life husband, Sam Mendes, directing. Imagine making out with your best friend while your husband stands behind the camera yelling, "Great job, babe, let's go again." Kate said the guys were chill, meanwhile, she was internally screaming. Kirsten Dunst and Brad Pitt. Kirsten was just 11 when she had to kiss Brad Pitt in an interview with The Vampire. You'd think she'd be bragging for life. Nope. She called it disgusting and said it felt like kissing her older brother. She avoided kissing anyone else until she was 16, and years later, still called it gross. Honestly, good for her. No child should ever have to kiss an adult, even if it's Brad freaking Pitt. Thandiwe Newton and Tom Cruise. In Mission Impossible 2, Newton kissed Tom Cruise and described it as wet and slightly icky. Not quite the fantasy mission we signed up for. She said she'd go home moaning, but not from excitement. Between face squishing and crew members adjusting your elbow, sexy just dies. Julia Roberts versus basically everyone. Julia Roberts may be rom-com royalty, but she's had some real-life kissing feuds. In I Love Trouble, she and Nick Nolte hated each other. She called him disgusting, he said she was not a nice person. Things got so bad they used stand-ins for kissing scenes. That's Olympic-level avoidance. In Duplicity, Clive Owen complained about her peanut butter and jelly breath. She eventually started taking mints, but the legend lived on. Even Hugh Grant once joked that kissing her was tough because her mouth is so big. Charming. Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire. Remember that upside-down kiss in Spider-Man? The rain-soaked, slow-motion masterpiece? Yeah, it nearly drowned Tobey Maguire. Because he was hanging upside down, rainwater poured straight into his nose. He later admitted he couldn't breathe and had to gasp for air out of Dunst's mouth. Meanwhile, Kirsten was trying to serve romance, not CPR. Rupert Grint and Emma Watson. By the time Ron and Hermione finally kissed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Parts 2, fans were ecstatic. The actors mortified. Grint said it felt like kissing his sister. He even blacked out. Watson literally pounced on him to get it over with. After a decade of growing up together, that kiss was more awkward than a Hogwarts Yule Ball. Marilyn Monroe and Tony Curtis. Marilyn Monroe was the screen siren, total icon. So kissing her must have been heavenly, right? Wrong. Her Some Like It Hot co-star Tony Curtis famously said kissing her was like kissing Hitler. Yikes. He later claimed it was a joke, but also admitted Monroe basically tried to shove her tongue into his windpipe. Love, Hollywood style. Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger. The chemistry in Brokeback Mountain, off the charts. But one kissing scene left Jake with a near-broken nose. The two slammed into walls so hard he was more sore after kissing than after filming the fight scenes. When kissing starts requiring a first aid kit, you know it's intense. Eva Mendes and Will Smith. In Hitch, Mendes was so nervous about her kiss with Will that she turned to comfort food. Tuna, onions, and Doritos. A breath combo straight from Hell's lunchbox. Well, Ever the Gentleman told Oprah the kiss was wonderful. But let's be real, he probably downed half a tin of Altoids first. Shailene Woodley and Miles Teller. In The Spectacular Now, these two turned kissing into an herbal prank war. She'd chew on strange supplements, he'd chug Gatorade.
Then they'd kiss and roast each other's breath. One time, Teller said, "Shay, you just ate dirt." She shot back, "Miles, you just ate licorice." True love or elite level trolling? Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. In Silver Linings Playbook, Jennifer casually told Cooper, "You're a wet kisser." Cooper's soul left his body. He later said it was not a compliment. No kidding, bro. Still, they got nominated for Best Kiss at the MTV Awards, which just proves actors are professional liars. Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock. While filming Forces of Nature, Sandra Bullock handed Affleck mints before every kissing scene. Not flirting, a full-blown breath intervention. In Chasing Amy, Affleck had to kiss a guy and panic mid-smooch. He went in with tongue, bailed halfway through, and made the whole thing look like a Tom and Jerry episode. Iconic for cartoons, tragic in rom-coms. So next time you see a steamy kiss on the big screen and think, "Wow, that must be amazing," just remember, under the surface, it's probably awkward, soggy, breathy, or borderline traumatic. Drop your favorite or most horrifying on-screen diss in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to First Curiosity for more delicious behind-the-scenes chaos.